Okay, hey guys. Hi. Hi. Can you guys give me a pause? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, let me ask you one question first. Please raise your hand if you love the prepping part of the video editing. No one, right? Well, only one or two. Yeah, I thought so. So we interviewed over 1,000 professional editors, and then they all said the same thing. They just hate the prepping part. They love the creative part. They love like the crafting the storyline. They love like adding music or effects to make the video more engaging, more artistic. But the prepping part, it just burns them out. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But the sad reality is that they spend 80% of their time doing the prepping work, the work they hate, that the work that they just burns them out. And they can only spend 20% of their full editing time doing the fun storytelling part. That's the sad reality that we live in right now. But there's some good news because some companies in the world, they figured out a way to delegate these all boring grunt tasks to AI so that they can focus more on the creative storytelling part that they love. And how about like, what if I told you that end of this talk, you guys can also figure out how to implement that in your workflow so you can flip this ratio. So stop prepping and start storytelling. That's the promise. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to do a live demo. Yeah, I know live demos, you shouldn't do that. It's always dangerous, but I'm going to do a live demo and then show you exactly how it works and then how you can apply it to your workflow too. So here's what it is. So what we did was we built an AI called Select. So Select is an AI assistant editor. So for example, right now, let's imagine working with a great assistant editor. How would it look like? So you would just give them raw footage and then they would go to their like home or office. They'll create a project file. They'll create a sequence. They'll add the tracks, sync them up, go through the whole footage, remove the unnecessary parts, split them up into topics, label them, and then probably find the best audio, find the best camera angles, switch cameras, and then they might even create a first draft based on your direction. And that is exactly what Select does. Exactly the same. So you just give it raw footage, and then you get a project file that's fully structured, ready to dig into the fun storyline part. But there's one big difference. So the human assistant editor, it will take about a week to give you the first project, the first draft. But Select, it will give you that in a few minutes. And I'm not talking about the future. I'm talking about today. So there are a lot of companies who already adopted this in their workflow, and then they already flipped the ratio that I showed you before, the 80-20 ratio. So top studios behind Netflix #1 shows, and then national broadcasters, century-old newspapers, and of course, even creators, the teams behind YouTube's like multi-million subscribed channels, and even enterprises, major investment firms, and top tech companies. They all adapted AI to their workflow, and then they're seeing the change. Your editing time. So our goal is to give you back your editing time in your hands so that you can use that editing time to create higher quality work or do 5 times more of it with the same team. And here, this time, let me go to the real live demo. Okay, so right now, I have a talk show episode that we recorded, and each file is like 80 gigs big. And then we have 4 cameras, resulting in this folder being about 362 gigs big. And then we have some B-rolls here too. What you will see on a Monday morning. So what you would do is instead of opening Premiere or other NLEs, you would open Select, and then you just dump it all here. And right now, what happened is it automatically sorted the B rolls and the A rolls. And now I'm going to ask you to sync video and audio. And right now it's syncing the videos and audios. Oh, sorry, yeah. And as you can see, it synced it. And after that, you can review it or just click looks good. And right now, what's happening is Select is watching the full video. It's watching it visually. And then it's also listening to the audio. And then it's just understanding what's going on, who's on the camera, what kind of video it is, and then what should I edit? How should I edit it? Which part is the good part and which part is the bad part? And it's splitting the video into smaller topics. And then it's also labeling them. So what your assistant editor would have done, it's just doing it automatically. And the good thing is that, like I showed you, it's 320 gigs. And right now I'm connected to my SSD and I'm using my Wi-Fi hotspot of my phone. So it's not uploading the original footage. You guys might probably wonder, have concerns about a lot of AI softwares, like having to upload all the footage, but it just doesn't make sense, right? When you have terabytes of footage. So we don't upload the original footage. We just compress the file. So you just upload 100 or 200 megabytes of the footage, even if you work with 4K camera. And right now, it's transcribing what's happening in the video. And then it's also writing down what's on the screen. And it's also capturing all the audio events, like laughters or crying or stomps. And then it's also selecting the best audio. And let's wait a little bit more. So instead of just giving it to your uploading it to Dropbox or Google Drive so that your assistant editor can download it, you can just use Select, put it in, go touch grass, grab some coffee, come back, and then you'll get the project ready. Let me try to do it once again. Okay, here. That's the live demo. I'm not faking it. Okay. So this and go again. Sing. And it looks good. And then it'll do the same thing again. It'll just go through everything. It's reviewing media and everything. Sorry. Of course, yes. Questions. Nice time for a question. Yeah.
Compressing it. Okay, it's just compressing it. And so those files are being what you get. Will it affect the quality of your footage after it's done, or so we'll organize them and everything, and then you'll use that for your edit. So, will you? After you're done with your edit, will it just reestablish and give you your original footage, the quality, or are you gonna, let's say you shot in 4K, will it be 4K quality after?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, his question was I mentioned that it's gonna compress the video. So will I still have the original 4K video after it's organized? And of course, yes, we keep the original footage and then we work with the original footage. So you don't have to create a proxy, and then we only compress it just to upload it to our server, because we have our AI running on our server, which is very heavy computed. So we need to just compress it and upload about 200 megabytes of the footage to our server, instead of uploading those a terabyte of footage to our server. And then what you will see is the same footage that you shot. Oh, okay, great. Another question.
Just to speak on behalf of anyone who works with an IT team, in terms of safety and security, what kind of safeguards are in place, and or is there is my data touching other NLEs or other AI or other people's project? Is it learning from my content that I load in? what kind of security is there? And maybe this is for like studio or enterprise level question, but
Oh, yeah, great question. So the question is about like data safety, right? So we work with a lot of enterprises, like I mentioned before. So we take data privacy very important, and then we don't train our data on AI without like your acceptance and everything. So for the enterprise, we have an isolated data like management structure, and then the data won't be used for trained, and it's just zero data retention policy. Okay. Yes, yes. It will learn from your content. It will get better based on like your edits and everything, but it won't be used for other people's content. Okay, so this one looks like it's not going as it expected right now. I mean, oh, no, it did. Okay. Okay, let's go quickly. So right now, what it did was it just recognized that this is a talk show, and then I didn't even type any names, but it knew that there's Aiden, Ducky, Michelle, Kay in this video, and then it's saying that this is an hour and 13-minute long video, and it's asking me to suggest an edit. So I want it to create about 30-minute-ish video with medium pace. And of course, I would love to cut all the unnecessary parts. And I want the camera to be switched automatically. And if I hit continue, it will create a prompt for me. So it's basically asking ChatGPT to edit your videos, but it automatically created a prompt for me. And then I'll say, add some B-rolls too. Okay. And if I hit continue, you can see that it's editing the video right now in real time. So you can see that it's removing unnecessary parts right now on the timeline. Let's watch. Yeah. And while waiting, you can see on the left, it had created the chapter list. So instead of scrubbing through this whole big clip and then chunking it by yourself, you just can seek through it. And then it's saying this chapter, ranking editing tools, the speaker, ultra-wide monitor, loop setup, ranking criteria. So instead of scrubbing and finding the moment you want, you can just scroll and click the moment that you want. And then it will just move to that place. Okay, so I think the internet is very slow here. That's why, yeah. Using my tethering. Okay, so while waiting, I can tell you some more stuff. So first of all, I'm sure you probably had the experience where you just see so much potential in this raw footage, but you just didn't have time to create different drafts. You just had to go with the first draft that your instinct called. So with selects, you don't need to compromise anything. You can just type in saying that, hey, I want a 30-minute video, but I want it to be very funny. Try to focus on jokes. And then I want to see how it looks like, and I'll also add B-rolls. And you can create another draft like that. And then if you want, hey, I wasn't on the shoot this time, so I don't know what's going on this video. So please give me a 10-minute of these highlight reels so that I can understand all the highlights and then watch it before I start the editing. And of course, nowadays everyone's asking for shorts. So I would ask that, hey, find me an interesting part where I can make a short form out of it. I want to go viral, so please find a part where it will hit like 1 million views. And of course, like that's not guaranteed, but we can try. It will try its best. And then you can create all of these different drafts in concurrently. So you don't need to wait for assistant editor or you to spend a day or two to work with this storyline. Instead of it, I can just ask for it and then have it done in minutes. Okay, so the internet is really bad. Oh, okay. But it is now like removing the necessary parts right away. And it's checking for retakes. But since it's not a like scripted video, it doesn't really have retakes. And then it's gonna cut off-topic segments. Okay, wait. This is not taking long, so I'll just show you
raw clip.
Yeah. Okay, let's roll everything.
Are we hiding or what?
Oh yeah, we should find our.
You have to get it once it's
Yeah, so it's an hour and 12-minute video.
Feels like, yeah, that editing fair.
in sideways.
You know,
Okay, let's just skip and then show like how it's looked like after handing off to Premiere. So after you hand off to Premiere, after doing all that, it will just make all the edits. And then this is how it looks like when you export it to Premiere. So after doing that, you can export it. And then here, let's just watch it.
all right. Welcome to another episode of What to Edit. My name is Ducky.
My name is Kay, and today we have a visual kid.
Hey guys, I'm Aiden. I'm a visual artist based in London.
Ooh, background. Hello, color and editing.
Okay, so you can see that everything's beautifully color coded. And then you have the captions ready. And then all the labels up here showing that it's a fully structured project file so that you don't need to start from the scratch. So you can choose either way. So you can start by, until yesterday, you had to start with this status, messy footage, and then you have unsynced sequence file, or with Select, you can start with this version. So you can start with a fully structured, color-coded, captions edit, labeled, and you have all the different drafts of your storyline so that you can just jump straight into your fun storyline part. And this was it. And so our goal is to stop prepping and then help you start storytelling. And we have our booth at North Hall in 1961. So you can try Select for free right away with using the QR code on the left. And if you want to book a meeting, and if you want to see a better demo, please book a meeting on using the right QR code, and we'll be there. Okay, questions? Yeah. Yes. So the question was, is it syncing based on audio or timecode? So we use audio, and then we also use metadata too. So basically, the first approach is using audio forms. Yeah. And we support up to 10 different camera angles. Oh, yeah. So we have two products. The first one is Select, which one is the one that you just saw. And we also have a Premiere plugin. So the Premiere plugin integrates with Select. So with Select, you would probably do all the rough cuts and the assembly and string out, and then you hand off to Premiere. And once you open Premiere, we have our plugin, and then the plugin will help you do more stuff there. It mostly is tailored for captioning too, like the short forms, short form captions and stuff. Yes, it works with DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, and Premiere. Oh, Avid. Yeah, we have it on our roadmap right now, but we just haven't started yet. But I'm thinking it will probably done in Q2. Yes, Q2. Oh, yeah. So for Premiere, we just create a native project file so that this is the file that it created. I haven't touched anything. So it creates these sequences and bins and everything. And for Final Cut and Resolve, we create XML files. And for, just to show you, we create two sequences. The first one is the version that you made inside of Select. And then the second one is showing the clips that you pulled from the original footage so that you can still reference the full footage and then grab the parts that you didn't select before. So it's it's a non-destructive way to use it. And then it's a native multicam. So once you go here, you can just change the cameras, by pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, and change your cameras like that. So it's basically the same output of what a great assistant editor would do for you. Yeah. But just under a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, I really wanted to show you the scripted. So here, I'm a little over time, but here's the scripted video. So this is a video of me. The final video should have been 1 minute and 30 seconds long, but I had 40 minutes shot. I'm a really bad speaker. But it just got,
After listening to everyone, we've completely updated the whole UI. We've made it like a
yeah, it's just natural edit. But here, when you click this, it will show you all the retakes that I've made. And then it just groups them into one retake. And then it writes comments here. So it thought that the take 6 was the best take because it has excellent delivery with confident energy and natural rhythm throughout. So it just grouped them. Yeah. So you give it a script or the guideline, and then the AI will edit it based on that. And then the AI will evaluate it based on your voice, based on your like pronunciation, based on your face and everything. With the stack, you can't publish to Premiere, but you can just review them here and then try to change it and then see the vibe of different ones and then hand off to Premiere. But you can also always like come back, change it, and then hand off. And like you can also extend or like remove clips and then see all the captions here below to see like which part you're extending or not. Yeah. Any more questions? Okay. Closed caption file 2. Yes. Okay. I think that's mostly it. So like I said, we have a booth at North Hall 961, and then we have a QR code where you can book a meeting. So please come after. We're going to be here for the whole NAB. We'll love to talk more. I'll love to talk more. Okay. Thank you.